In this lesson, we're going to review creating content with the out-of-the-box content type articles. Articles are for temporal content that may have tags and comments, things that would normally be considered a blog post or a news item of some sort. All of the content that we create as articles will be Drupal nodes because a node is a piece of content in your Drupal site. And we'll create these articles using 3 different sets of settings so that you can see the differences between how they behave. Please do this work along with me in your own Drupal installation. So first we're going to head over to the Add Content page, and we're going to add an article. I'm going to add some dummy text to this article. And then I'm going to add a couple of tags here. We'll add gluten-free and baking. I'm going to skip the image on this particular article, but I am going to head over to the comments here under comment settings, and I'm going to make sure that comments are open. I'm also going to head down here to promotion options, and I'm going to disable promoted to front page because I don't want this particular article to show in that stream that I have on the front page. And then down here, the little blue button, I'm going to click to save and publish. So here we have an article with comments, and if I click on the home page, we won't see that article in our list of content because it is not promoted to the front page. Now I'll go ahead and create another article, grab some more dummy text. Dummy text, also known as Lorem Ipsum, is a great resource for you while you're building your Drupal site because it allows you to see how your pages are going to look without having to create that content right up front. Because creating content is extremely difficult. You really want to spend time on your content and make sure that it's crafted in a very effective way for the purpose of your site. So that can hold up site building if you're trying to think about the quality of your content while you're putting the building blocks together on your site. So that's why I'm using dummy text for these articles. I'm going to go ahead and add another tag here. I'll create a new tag for spices specifically, and then I'll go ahead and add an image. Remember to always include alternate text when you are adding an image. I'm going to make this particular article sticky under the promotion options. Sticky will move it to the top of the listing of content. Because this particular piece of content is going to be very important in the site, I want it to have a nice URL. So I'm going to go up to URL path settings and I'm going to add a URL here so that people can get to this particular page by going to my URL/spices rather than my URL/node/node ID. I'm also going to turn off comments because I don't want people talking about spices on this particular node. With all of these changes here, I'm going to go ahead and save and publish this article. Scrolling down, we now see that this article has an image. It does not have comments. And if we go to the home page, we can see that this article is sticky. It's at the very top, and it's given that special formatting like the gluten sensitivity article to make it look different. But you'll also see the difference here. You'll notice that the first article, the spices one where we didn't enable comments, on the far right where the read more link is, there's no link to comments. The article beneath it, because it had comments enabled, has read more and then the number of comments on it and an add a new comment link because that particular article allows for comments. Add content. We're going to create one more article and then we'll be done. Grab some more dummy text. Maybe I'll give this some formatting. Take advantage of the fact that we have a little bit of a WYSIWYG here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a couple tags. We'll see if we have an image for this. Now the other thing that I want to do on this particular piece of content, I'm not going to add it to a menu. I'm not going to set the comment settings different from the default, which is for them to be enabled. But I do want to change the authoring information on this particular piece of content because this really should have been the first article posted. And yet I've posted a number of articles already, and this one wasn't the first one. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is under authoring information, I'm going to change the date to an earlier date. So I'm going to put this in February of 2015. This means that even though I actually posted this piece of content at a different date today, it's going to think that it was posted quite a while ago. And now I'll go ahead and save and publish this article. Okay, so this particular article has been created. It has a date from quite a while ago. It has everything else normal, the comments, the image. But I'm going to go ahead and edit this because I don't want this particular piece of content to be published right now. Under Save and Keep Published, I'm going to change this to Save and Unpublish. Now, if I scroll down, you'll see that it has the pink background, so this is not a published piece of content. So to quickly review what we did, we just created 3 pieces of content that are article type, and those 3 articles have different settings. One didn't have an image and it wasn't promoted to the front page. One of them had an alias and was promoted to the front page as sticky. If I click on it, the URL in the URL bar says spices, and it's sticky, so it will always appear at the top until something newer comes along that's also sticky. And then the third article was not published, so the public wouldn't be able to see it. And it also had a different date and time, much earlier than when it was actually posted. I'm going to go to the All Content page, and we're going to see that we have quite a bit of content here. These are all nodes, and many of these nodes have images attached to them. If I go over to the Files tab here, we'll see all of the images that have been included on the content, and we can find out where those images have been used. Over on the right-hand side, there's this Used In section. It'll tell me what entities and what type of entity those particular files have been used in. I can also go back here and I can look at comments. I can see what articles those comments were posted onto, when they were posted, and all of these things, the nodes, the files, and the comments, are all entities on my Drupal site.